Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule well, and the salutation to the hopeful elect. It's the brother Damawa from the Cleveland branch of GMS coming back with a quick video. And this from JW TV channel. He come with a lot of good videos, and basically in this one, he's going into how the so-called armies and FEMA and National Guards, they all being trained right now, okay, into how to control crowds and masses of people, all right, because they have got to go ahead, okay, and we've been telling you people, man, that this time is going to come. All right, but basically in this video, he exposing that they came up with the idea of during the next pandemic. All right, they're going to cut all communication. Okay, and we know this to be true. All right, because we know that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, he's been found out. Okay, on every level. Okay, even if it's just regular living, or government status or medical status, they've been exposed on every level. Okay, even over there in those, even over there in Iran right now. All right, they've been exposed as being the people. All right, to make these predictions or to make war happen. All right, they the ones pushing for it. Okay, so so now that the truth is coming out, all right, and this devil's been exposed on all fronts, all right, he's about to cut the communication. Okay, but we know that this is already written. All right, we know that what started this off, okay, is the truth. All right, and that's why quiet is kept. All right. Vocab Malone, all right, is a strategic piece for the devil, all right, because he knew what we were saying back then was true and was coming to pass, all right. So simultaneously, he been having this devil following us, all right, getting our understanding down, all right, while on the power struggle level, all right, the ones who's in charge, okay, they've been forwarding their agenda, okay, but a part of that forwarding that agenda is making it worse, all right, making it bad for you Americans, man, because what you don't understand is they about to crash this place, all right, they about to crash the old system, okay, and before they do that, they want a lot of you Jakes, all right, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, to be caught up in this crossfire, all right, because when they crash this place, all right, there's going to be no power. There's going to be no internet. All this is going to be gone for a period of time. All right. So he hoping that a lot of you people, all right, it don't make it out the situation that he's causing. All right. So let's go and get into it. First and foremost, we're going to be in 2nd Ezra 16 because this is what that Pacific book, all right, is going into. Okay, because we have to remember that Ezra said, woe is me, who's going to save me in those times? Okay, and basically he was going into what? Jacob's trouble, man, the time that we in now. All right, because the Lord promised that this time is going to be like no other. Okay, so with no further ado, let's go get into it.
I told you it was coming. They've been talking about it behind closed doors, so I need to give you some information. I've been let go from my department. I have a feeling it's because they've probably found out that I've been sharing information, but don't feel bad for me. I've already been hired by a new police department. Also, I just want to make sure the public is aware of what's happening behind closed doors. Just so you're clear, I was a deputy sheriff, not the elected sheriff.
When he told us in the Homeland Security meeting earlier in the year, he gave us this and he blocked out sensitive information here. He told us that they wanted to stop communications between the public. It was going to be emergency communications. And we're actually seeing them announce that now. The emergency communications that they're announcing is what they came out and said just a couple days ago to be known as the Global Truth Commission. So he was telling us back a while that in the emergency meetings, they were already plotting on how they were going to take over communications. He said the next pandemic, they will take over communications. And what does it say? Misinformation and mass delusion paralyze society's ability to save itself. What is the solution to that? A Global Truth Commission. The average person right now, even me, even this video, may not be here because they said they wanted everything from the official source when he was in this Homeland Security meeting. And they talked about mass casualty, that's what they were looking at. What else he said? He said they were looking at ways on how they could round up the population, get religious people on board with getting the vax, locking people into their homes. He also said that there would be a biological scenario, which the smallpox simulation talks about. It's a biological attack from a lab.
We're so confident in the capability of our SUVs and the performance.
Simulation talks about.
Let's pause there real quick because basically, all right, what it's going into is how these elites is about to wage war on the masses of people, man. All right, he just said it. He said that they're about to cut communication. All right, they've been trained, all right, to handle mass rounding up, all right, mass death. Okay, so the people, all right, of the so-called, the people of the armies over here, okay, so-called National Guards and FEMA troops and all these different troops, all right, they're being trained, all right, and not only just being trained, but they got a gag order too that they can't even tell you about what's going on, okay, but they being trained to get ready, all right, to put a lot of people to death, all right, and one of the main things is that he bringing out in his video, Salaki too. I got hiccups super bad. As soon as I started the video, they ain't nothing but say. But basically, all right, they've been trained, man, to round y'all ass up, okay, and to take your ass up out of here, man, okay. And this is what we've been saying is going to happen, okay, because they can't hide themselves anymore. They can't say anything, and people take them serious, all right. They're being found out, and I'm speaking about these elites and these politicians and these so-called leaders and governors. All right, they're being found out to be a bunch of witchcraft practicing, child molesting pedos, man. All right, and they know that narrative, okay, is they know that narrative is about as real as the petrodollar, man. All right. So the people is waking up to a madness, okay, but the people don't understand that this government is about to come down on them hard. All right, hard. Okay. So let's go and get a scripture real quick because this is what Esdras was going into. All right. So let's jump at 2nd Esdras 16:27. All right, because it says, so that one man should desire to see another and to hear his voice. All right, because basically they about to cut off communication. They about to cut off the lights. They about to cut off food. All right, and people are going to get real scared in these times. All right, they're going to become very carnal. All right, people are going to be very hopeless, man. All right, because they haven't been putting their faith into this word. All right, they haven't been building themselves up spiritually. All right, to see what is coming. Okay, But as you can see here, it says again, 2nd Ezra 16 and 27, it says, so that one man should desire to see another one and to hear his voice. For of a city there should be 10 left, and 2 of the field which should hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. You see? Because he just said that they are training, all right, to come and round people up and put them to them FEMA camps, man. All right. And video has been coming out of this week alone, all right, of how a town go to sleep and then they wake up, they got a FEMA camp, all right, in the middle of their town, okay? And specifically going on in North Carolina right now, okay? So the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall, all right? But that's why the Lord say it's better to go in the house of mourning, man, because only if the people knew what was coming, all right, would they spend this time differently, okay? But that's not what the Lord wants. The Lord wants you to play around, not believe, all right? So you could be taken off guard, okay? So you can one day wake up thinking that your life is all in order, all right? And then it's going to be total chaos, total anarchy out here, man. It says, we're going to jump down to 19, all right? It says, matter of fact, let's jump to 17 real quick. Let's make it quick. 2nd Ezra 16, 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who should deliver me in those days? All right, because that what Esdras saw in the vision. He was like, damn, who going to save me? All right. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. All right. And we at the tip of that iceberg, man. We are in the beginning, or we are at the door of the beginning of Jacob's trouble. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, man. All right. Let's not just read these words. Listen to what it's saying. The beginning, all right, of sorrows and great mournings. Okay. Now, hasn't the price of food risen outrageously? All right. A lot of people getting evicted. All right. It's a lot of sorrow going on. A whole bunch of infighting with families. Okay, it's a whole bunch of sorrows going on. All right, a lot of them parents over there in Iran losing their kids in this battle. All right, bombs. You don't know, you're in the hospital to get treated for a big toe injury. All right, and next thing you know, all right, the whole building crashed down on you, man. Okay, so it's a bunch of sorrows going on here, even though their news don't want to show you these things, okay? But it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, all right? And that famine is coming next, all right? That famine is coming next, man. You're going to have two choices, either to eat some plastic meat or to eat some supposedly all green meat, all right? That they tell you that was made plant-based, all right? But they're going to be made by cockroaches and fucking any little nasty little insects, all right, they can find. Okay. It says the beginning of wars and the power should stand in fear. Hold on, Slaughter, let's bring that back. It said the beginning of famine and great death. All right. What is great death? Great death is death happening in masses. All right. 100,000, 50,000 death total. All right. Great death is like when World Wars II and World War I, you know, those great numbers, millions of people died. You know, those are great death. All right. The beginning of wars. Okay. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that. All right. The war front, it has started, but right now, it's still in the beginning stage because of what? Because the nations are still choosing their sides right now. All right. So it ain't broke out full yet, but it has started. All right. So these scriptures is jumping. All right. They're living. All right. They're telling you what you about to face 2 weeks from now, a month from now. All right. That's why this book never get old, man. That's why this book is the living water, man, because it's alive. All right. And why the scripture also says that Yahweh Shah told Satan that what? You don't live by bread alone, nigga. You live by every word that is written in the book, man. All right? Because everybody is subject to the Lord's prophecy. Everybody is subject, all right, to what is written, man. Nobody living on earth, all right, has somehow, some way been placed here or born here, and he don't fall under what the Lord has set up, meaning that he don't have a nation, he's not cursed or either living his best life now. It's either one or the two, all right? But Salaki about that, it says, the beginning of wars and the power should stand in fear. What powers? All your so-called generals and elites and governors, all right? All these people that so-called got power, all right? A nigga like Trump, all right, who got shot at, all right? After that being shot at, all right, he really ain't been the same, okay? All your certain politicians that work underhand, that really push these laws, they begin threats lately. People been coming to those town hall meetings, all right, threatening these people. Okay, so it's getting real out here, man. All right, but it says, and the power should stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils should come? You see, because a lot of these people is going to have that same sentiment. And a lot of you women are going to want real men in those days, all right? But how foolish of you, okay? Because you have been helping developing, all right, this anti-Messiah, this anti-Messiah facade over here in America, okay? But it's going to be ugly for you when you're going to need real men, all right? When you're going to need real leadership, all right? But these men is going to be sacrificing you goddamn women, making deals behind your back, all right, to spare them, okay? It's going to be a bunch of craziness going on, all right? Verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, all right? And we know that's going into what? The Lord is doing all these things for his people, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, to repent, all right, to stop doing wickedly, all right, especially behind the likes of so-called Esau Edom, all right? Stop believing this goddamn devil, all right? Stop taking his word for it, okay? All right, and getting these scriptures, all right, and learn how not to piss the Heavenly Father off, all right? But it doesn't say that in the Bible. It says to offend less, all right? Because when you come into the truth, you understand the Heavenly Father. You learn how to stay or try to stay off his bad side, man, because you know that's not where anybody want to be, okay? It says, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness. You see? And it's kind of strange, though, with all these things going on, all right, that they will make the clown and circus, all right, a little bit more entertaining. Meaning that people who has been having years of being in the industry with no blemish on their name, all of a sudden they're coming out, all right, with something being found upon them to do what? To keep the people blinded, all right, to not see what's about to come, all right. And P. Diddy is an example of that. This nigga has been terrorizing, all right. This nigga has been terrorizing and been going around taking little boys and all this for the longest, all right. But somehow, some way, they just now indicted him, all right. Around the same time, the most important pieces of war is being moved into place. Come on, man. All right. So it's all a big game to them, man. All right, man. But you people out here who's believing these things, all right, who live your life like a old tabloid magazine, all right, you're going to get caught off guard, man, because this is going to be everybody's reality. All right. You're not going to be able to go to the goddamn grocery store. It's going to cost you your life. All right. You're not going to be able, all right, to see at nighttime. Okay. Because it's going to cost you your life. All right. It says, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. You see? So the Lord is about to let these goddamn devils loose on you people, man. All right. And we know that it's talking about right now, because right now we are on the doorsteps, okay, of everything collapsing. All right. All it takes is one monkey wrench to be thrown. All right. And this whole machine, okay, is going to stop. All right. It says, behold, victuals should be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in a good case. Yeah, man, because the nigga still go get the 2 for $5 from Burger King. All right. A nigga still go get a motherfucking some goddamn chicken nuggets, fries, a drink, and a double cheeseburger for $5. They think themselves that all this war talk and all these different conspiracy theories is not going to happen. All right, that's what they think. Okay, but it's telling you now. All right, just because you can still go get some food right now. All right, don't be fooled, man. All right, behold, victuals should be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. All right. And that's where the people has been fooled at. All right. The masses, mainly you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right. Like, y'all are really in La La Land. All right. They think that Jesus is love. All right. And Jesus won't do this. All right. And that's why you about to get taken out. All right. That is why you're going to get caught off guard. All right. Because there's no God named Jesus. All right. And it definitely ain't about to be telling you about what's coming. All right. That's only reserved for the true and living power. And his name is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right. All right. He's the true and living power. He's not a statue. He's not nothing that you so-called Christians can put your finger on. All right. It says, and even then should evil grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's what he's going into this video. That's the point. All right. As much as you so-called people think that you still have it today, even though you seeing rent going up, price of living is going up, people are getting crazy. The Lord is bringing division between families. You can't even have conversation with people anymore. All right. Everything is worsening. Just because you're able to still go buy food, you think that it's something that's just going to pass over. You think that it's something that's going to eventually gonna get back right, but it's not. This is the beginning of the end of the rest of your life. That's what we're trying to tell people, man. But people
Tap the chest, see what you get.
Slocky, I don't know what that was, but people don't get it. All right, they think themselves to be in good case. All right, for verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape from hunger should the sword destroy. All right, and you heard what he said. He said that they've been trained right now to round people up in FEMA camps, man. All right, so it's coming, man. So that sword, and don't forget, all right, when Trump was in office, that the government had bought what, over, I think 20,000 guillotines. All right, something to that number. Okay, so hey, man. Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth should perish of famine, Salakia, and the other that escape the hunger should the sword destroy, and the dead should be cast out like dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. Meaning that, all right, when this mass judgment get to happening, all right, a lot of people is going to be just left on the street. They ain't going to have nobody to bury them, all right, because there's going to be chaos out here. All right, so you ain't going to have no funeral home or no ambulance coming through scooping people up. No, man. When this shit starts, All right, at nighttime, you could be looking for a place to lay your head and shit. You can't really see. You're going to want to lay down. All right, lay down for a couple hours, man. But when you get up, all right, you're going to realize that, nigga, you was laying next to an old ass dead dude or something. All right, a dead dog, or, a family that had got murdered or something. All right, this is going to be the reality. Okay, it says for all these things, Salakia. It says, and the dead should be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. For the earth should be wasted, and the cities should be cast down, man. All right? And that's exactly what he's going into. So let's play a little bit more, but we're about to close out Salakia. You got the hiccups real bad. I don't want this video to be that long.
Simulation talks about it's a biological attack from a lab.
There are growing questions today around a new and deadly outbreak. Scientists determined that this monkeypox virus was engineered.
Get back into the details. So he goes in to say that communications will go down, and they will meet at a central location, and FEMA is going to take over. And law enforcement, they're basically training them on how to engage with the public. But they're looking for a martial law scenario, and obviously it's not going to be just martial law, it's medical martial law at this point. And the crazy thing is a little bit before all of that, they gave him this little crappy little biological suit because they don't give a dang about the regular police departments. And I asked him, I said, what do you think this is? You think this is chemical or biological? And let's read the message here. He says, biological. But the mass casualty management system, he talked about there was another drill.
You see, all these things is coming out, man. I suggest you brothers watch this video. It's a good video, and it's going into it exposing a lot of what they got planned, and a lot of they about to move, man. All right, they about to make their move, man. All right, 2nd Ezra 16-17. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right, so the Lord is not about to stop this. All right, He's giving the green light. All right, to these people, man, and they about to move into the next phase, man. So everybody who's not right with Yahweh Bashim Abishai, man, all right, yeah, it's ugly for you, okay? Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when a child come forth, they slacken out a moment, all right? And that's how the Lord has set up judgment for America. All right. If you look at it, the so-called 2020 came. All right. And we know what happened then. And it was horrible. All right. Everybody felt it. And then it slacked up for a second. All right. But then, though, the contractions is coming back now. All right. All right. Because they said that in this next pandemic, all right, they seizing total control, and there's going to be no communication. That's the point of this video. But we know that it's a man-made situation, though, for them to do this. All right, but the people won't look at this or look at the people that's in charge, because you won't know why. Because it's prophecy. It gotta happen. Ain't nobody about to stop this. All right, no matter how much we can see it, no matter how much. No, we have to go through this. The Lord ordained this, so it's coming. All right, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack, all right, to come upon the earth, man. And that's what I was going, man, that's what we're saying. All right, they're on their way. They're on their way, okay? And it's not the simple fact that it's a so-called white man army. And no, it's about what time we living in and how much damage the Lord is about to allow these goddamn devils to do. All right. And if you're not under his covering, all right, you're going to be part of it. Okay, you know how they say steppers. People, a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans is about to be stepped on. All right, by your so-called government, by the same people who you so-called think that they'll never do this to you. All right. Even so should not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world should mourn, and sorrows should come upon it on every side. Sorrows on every side, meaning that every side, north, east, south, west. All right, niggas is about to feel it. All right, women about to feel it. Kids about to feel it. All right. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make ye ready for the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Yeah, man. And that's why, all right, speaking of something personal, but in our camp, order went out, all right, to get your goddamn sleeping bags, all right, to get a tent, all right, because one day, all right, we're gonna be here sleep, and then the next day, man, we're gonna be all across town sleep, man, all right. But this is what the Lord said to do. Get ready, all right, to be pilgrims. A lot of our people, all right, they're not about to leave their comfortable $1 million homes or their nice, well, they don't want to leave these material things, all right? And that's why the scriptures also says what? That him that should lose his life, all right, should find it, all right? And him that should find his life should lose it, man. Because a lot of our people, all right, have material gains that they don't want to, that they ain't gonna want to let go, all right? And it's going to be the death of them. Okay, but I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Kakadash, Shalom.